When it comes to moving to a new city, or even a new neighborhood, the prevalence of crime in the area often comes into question. You want to feel safe in your own home, after all. As part of the quality of life category used to calculate the best places to live in the U.S. in 2019, U.S. News looked at crime rates, specifically property crime and murder rates, which are most uniformly reported across the U.S. Compiled by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Property and violent crime rates are per 100,000 people for the year 2017, the most recent full data set available at the time the best places to live in 2019 rankings were calculated. Stay tuned to see the full list. 25. Seattle at 353.7 violent crimes per 100,000 people. Seattle's violent crime rate is higher than most metro areas on this list. On a national scale, however, the number is below average. The national average for violent crimes is 382.9 instances per 100,000 people, according to the FBI Uniform Crime Reporting Program. 24. Allentown, Pennsylvania. Allentown residents experience both property and violent crime rates well below the national average. The FBI Uniform Crime Reporting Program notes that the national average rate of property crime is 2,362.2 instances per 100,000 people. 23. Austin, Texas. Austin is a rapidly growing metro area. Its population grew by more than 10% between 2013 and 2017 due to net migration alone, but crime rates remain relatively low. Austin's property crime rate is right around the national average at 2,343.4 per 100,000 people. 22. Reading, Pennsylvania. One of the smaller metro areas on the list with a population of less than 420,000 people, Reading saw just 259.2 violent crimes per 100,000 people in 2017. 21. San Jose, California. At the center of Silicon Valley where technology reigns, the property crime rate for San Jose hovers right around the national average at 2,275.1 per 100,000 people. 20. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Fayetteville's property crime rate is on par with the national average, but the Northwest Arkansas metro area also saw only 10 murders in 2017, as reported to the FBI. 19. Portland, Oregon. Oregon's largest metro area has property and violent crime rates well below the average. 64 murders took place in the Portland area in 2017, per FBI data. 18. Port St. Lucie. Located along the Atlantic coast but with fewer beaches to attract tourists than other Florida metro areas, Port St. Lucie has a property crime rate of just 1,681.7 per 100,000 people. 17. Grand Rapids, Michigan. On the west side of Michigan, Grand Rapids has over 1 million residents, but the metro area also maintains below-average crime rates. The Grand Rapids area saw 324 violent crimes per 100,000 people in 2017. 16. Brownsville, Texas. Brownsville's property crime is slightly above the national average of 2,362.2 crimes per 100,000 people, but the metro area also only had 8 murders in 2017, according to FBI data. 15. New York City. It may have a reputation as a tough place to live, but New York City's dense population shows that crime rates are in fact well below national averages. The New York City metro area saw 599 murders in 2017, but that's a murder rate of just 2.82 per 100,000 people, which is the 24th lowest murder rate out of the 125 most populous metro areas in the United States. 14. El Paso, Texas. Located near the border with Mexico, El Paso experiences property crime rates well below the national average at just 1,686.6 per 100,000 residents. 13. Lancaster, Pennsylvania. A mix of city, suburbs and rural land, Lancaster experiences very low violent crime rates, at just 207.8 per 100,000 people, according to FBI data. 12. San Diego. This Southern California metro area, a popular destination for tourists and new residents alike, maintains low crime rates. The murder rate in San Diego in 2017 was just over 2.4 per 100,000 people, according to FBI data. 11. Madison, Wisconsin. Madison experiences violent crime at a rate of just 228.6 per 100,000 people. Property crime also remains well below the national average at 1,826 per 100,000 people. 10. Albany, New York. In upstate New York, Albany residents experience just 1,954.7 property crimes per 100,000 people. Additionally, the area saw 18 murders in 2017, making Albany's murder rate the 9th lowest out of the 125 most populous metro areas in the United States. 9. Boston. Another dense, highly populated metro area, Boston has a property crime rate of just 1,291. Boston sees just over half the property crimes per 100,000 people than the national average of 2,362.2. 8. Santa Rosa, California. Santa Rosa's violent crime rate is the highest on the list at 400.5 per 100,000 people, but the metro area saw only 12 murders in 2017. 7. Santa Barbara, California. With only 8 murders in 2017, according to FBI information, Santa Barbara has a murder rate of just 1.78 per 100,000 people. 6. Lakeland, Florida. Lakeland had 13,312 property crimes reported in 2017, according to FBI data, which makes the property crime rate for the metro area just 1,960.1 per 100,000 people. 5. Providence, Rhode Island. The murder rate in Providence is less than 2 per 100,000 people, based on 2017 data. Overall violent crime is also low at 294.9 per 100,000 people, far below the national average of 382.9. 4. Boise, Idaho. Idaho's capital city has experienced significant growth over the past few years, but its crime rates remain very low. With just 7 murders in 2017, Boise's murder rate is less than 1 per 100,000 people. 3. Worcester, Massachusetts. The top 3 safest places to live in the U.S. in 2019 are all located in the northeast region of the country. Worcester's violent crime rate is a bit below the national average, though the Massachusetts metro area had just 10 murders in 2017. 2. Manchester, New Hampshire. Manchester had 4 murders in 2017, according to FBI data. Additionally, residents experienced property crime at a rate of 1,387.2 per 100,000 people. 1. Portland, Maine. Portland, Maine, takes the top spot on the safest places to live in the U.S. in 2019 list. This northern metro area sees a little over half the rate of property crime as the rest of the United States and had just 4 murders in 2017, a rate of less than 1 per 100,000 people, according to FBI data.